lay in near silence. Sukhvinder had not told her brother or her sister that she had tried to truant, or about Crystal Whedon's threats to beat her up. The habit of secrecy was very strong in her these days. She was actively frightened of imparting confidences, because she feared that they might betray the world of oddness that lived inside her, the world that Fat's walls seemed to be able to penetrate with such terrifying ease. All the same, she knew that the events of the day could not be kept quiet indefinitely. Tessa had told her that she intended to telephone Parminder. "I'm going to have to call your mum, Sukhvinder. It's what we always do, but I'm going to explain to her why you did it." Sukhvinder had felt almost warm towards Tessa, even though she was Fatwall's mother. Frightened though she was of her mother's reaction, a tiny little glow of hope had kindled inside her at the thought of Tessa interceding for her. Would the realization of Sukhvinder's desperation lead at last to some crack in her mother's implacable disapproval, her disappointment, her endless stone-faced criticism? When the front door opened at last, she heard her mother speaking Punjabi. "Oh, not the bloody farm again," groaned Jaswant, who had cocked an ear to the door. The Jawandars owned a patch of ancestral land in the Punjab, which Parminder, the oldest, had inherited from their father in the absence of sons. The farm occupied a place in the family consciousness that Jaswant and Sukhvinder had sometimes discussed. To their slightly amused astonishment, a few of their older relatives seemed to live in the expectation that the whole family would move back there one day. Parminder's father had sent money back to the farm all his life. It was tenanted and worked by second cousins who seemed surly and embittered. The farm caused regular arguments among her mother's family. "Nani's gone off on one again," interpreted Jaswant, as Parminder's muffled voice penetrated the door. Parminder had taught her firstborn some Punjabi, and Jas had picked up a lot more from their cousins. Sukhvinder's dyslexia had been too severe to enable her to learn 2 languages, and the attempt had been abandoned. "Harpreet still wants to sell off that bit for the road." Sukhvinder heard Parminder kicking off her shoes. She wished that her mother had not been bothered about the farm tonight of all nights. It never put her into a good mood, and when Parminder pushed open the kitchen door and she saw her mother's tight, mask-like face, her courage failed her completely. Parminder acknowledged Jaswant and Rajpal with a slight wave of her hand, but she pointed at Sukhvinder and then towards a kitchen chair, indicating that she was